or a wind noise from your GS350 or other Toyota. Sometimes you'll hear like a kind of a rattle when you hit a bump or whatever, or you'll hear a bunch of wind noise when you're driving on the highway. It's usually that this gasket is worn out. I've been all over YouTube, and to change this out, the dealerships and the technical documents say that you have to remove the sunroof and put this gasket on. I found kind of an easier way, so if you stay tuned, I'll show you how to change out this gasket. There's the part number for a GS350, probably 2013 to 2016. But we'll show you how to do this without removing that sunroof. Okay, today we're going to change the roof weather stripping on a Lexus GS350. You can see I already got it up here. So if you hear like a rattling or kind of noise while you're driving, wind noise or rattling, it's usually this weather stripping is worn out. So what I did was I put the roof back part up. So right there, up. So it raises up the back. And then I took one of the screws that's up here in the front. You peel this thing back, just kind of push it, slide it back, and then pull it out. You can see where that unscrews. And that's a T25. T25 Torx. You can see on the other end here, I removed that too, right out of there. Leave the back one tight, or don't touch them at all, just so you could keep the same height in the back, but you might have to adjust them later with the new gasket. But basically that's it. And I have this little foam guy holding up the sunroof right now in the front. I just pushed the front part up so I could peel the gasket off from the back side here. And then we'll get the new gasket on there. So I've laid the new gasket out here behind it from the old one. You can see there's these little dots there, and those dots go in the corners of this here. And you got to make sure you're not upside down. You can see there's a bunch of grooves there. So the easiest way is to peel up from the bottom and then take all the old gasket off, but also in reverse to put the new one in. You kind of clip in the upper part first and then push down and then seat it onto the frame, pushing downwards. You can see here I already started this one little corner. You can see as I peel it up, there's a dot there. The dots want to line up with these kind of, I guess, supports or whatever. Just kind of peel it up like that, you know. Keep it going all the way around until you get that thing off on all the way around. You might need two people, one on each side, but we'll try it. We'll try it with only one man, or one manny in this case. But we'll see how that goes. See here, once you get one of the corners off, it just kind of peels straight up. Just pull it straight up, just like that. And then I'm gonna have to go to the other side. So there it is, completely off. That's the new gasket there. That's the old one that's sitting on the windshield. So now I'm gonna get some Windex and just clean up all this dirt that's in here. Make sure it's nice and clean so that we can put the new gasket on. Some Windex cleaned off that channel there. You can see it's pretty dirty. There's even found some grit and gravel in there, sand, and even a little piece of little rock. But just try to, you know, clean that out so that the new one can seat really nice right on that thing there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put the corners in first with the dots, and then work my way all the way around. So I got the other side in already. So you kind of feel it. You hook in the top part and you kind of roll it under the lip here. You kind of hook the top and then push it in around and underneath. Kind of got to massage it in, and then if you run your finger underneath, you kind of feel if it's already seated or not. Tell you the truth, that is a little bit of a pain in the ass, especially if you got a little bit of carpal tunnel like I do. But it's definitely doable. One person. I'm going to work my way all the way down here. I'm going to get the corners in first and then work my way around. So there it is with the whole thing installed. Kind of put the corners in over there, worked my way all the way halfway to here, came on the other side. It's good if you stand on a bucket or a ladder or something to kind of get on top of it. And then I put the corners in on this side first and then worked my way from halfway around. Kind of pulled it as I was coming around to make sure the corners lined up, because that's the important part. And one thing, the gasket has a seam where it comes together. On the car, the old one when it came off was on the back side. I have it right here on the front. It's not like a really noticeable thing, but you might, if you're really want to keep it just like it was OEM, it's in the back. I doubt it makes a difference. I really don't care, so mine's on the front, but just be aware of that if you really wanted to get it just like it was from the factory. Now I'm going to bolt down the front and then see if the back needs an adjustment. Oh, and I said you should hook the front and kind of massage it down to lock in the bottom. For the most part, that's the way I did it, but somewhere along here on the long end, it seemed like it was easier just to hook the bottom and then roll the top in. However your finger's strength is, or however it's easier for you. As long as you could feel, kind of run your finger around here and you can feel there's no bumps. It should be smooth against the rail. And then run your finger underneath to make sure that bottom lip is completely extended. And then make sure you don't have any kinked parts here on the glass either. So we're back here ready to bolt in this piece back in. I marked them ahead of time where the bolt is, so it goes in more or less where it was. Again, that's up to you. I just you're gonna have to check to see if they seat well after you put them in, and then you could adjust them. But a good starting point is to mark them and then put them in the way they first they were installed. There they are, put into place again, and then just kind of feel if it's all flush around the same height. Seems to be good. You might want to feel it before you take out your old gasket. Just kind of take note as to how proud the gasket is, or how high it is off of the. You can see mine's more or less flush. It's a little bit higher than the frame, and then here in the front, just a little bit higher, but it's like tucked in underneath there, so looks good. And that's the easy way to do this. What to do is just tuck this guy. Remember, we slid it back a little bit to get it out. Just tuck it back in there and slide it forward, and you're good to go. This goes right underneath the glass here. Kind of like that. There you go. And hopefully that stays. Same thing on the other side, and we'll be good to go. Like and subscribe.